po, Winnipeg, magandang gabi. Manitoba, Canada, magandang gabi. Texas, USA. Bakit ko sinabing Texas, USA? Dahil we will be having a live interview sa kababayan po natin na nasa Texas. Alam naman po natin ang nangyari sa Texas ng mga nakaraang linggo, araw, na hindi inaasahan dahil yung lugar na yun hindi naman masyadong, hindi talaga nag-i-snow. Pero dahil doon sa polar vortex na sinasabi, nagbago yung lipad ng hangin. Opposite direction na nangyari kaya nagkaroon ng ganitong situation sa Texas. However, ang community ng Texas, ang state ng Texas ay ang community ron ay hindi built o hindi sila ready sa ganung klaseng sitwasyon. Kaya nakita naman natin sa mga news, sa mga videos na napapanood natin kung gaano sila nag-suffer. Ang kanina nga lang, Tito Aldous, na narinig natin, hanggang ngayon, meron pa mga lugar doon talaga nakapila para kumuha ng malinis na tubig. So, we would like to know what's happening there in Texas, USA, sa ating mga kapatid sa South, no? At malaman natin directly mula sa kanila dahil syempre, kabayan natin sila and we are all concerned about their situation there. So, ang guest po natin ngayon ay mga entrepreneurs. Actually, sila ay may-ari ng isang business sa Texas. Ang pangalan po nila ay si Adrian at Camille de los Reyes. Sila po ay mag-asawa at sila po ay owner ng isang establishment doon called Sari-Sari Restaurant. Yan. Promotion na rin. Kung kayo ay nanonood sa Texas, katatawag ko lang, they are very very hospitable, very friendly yung sumagot sa akin. Kung sino man siya, kudos to you, shout out to you. Dahil maganda yung pagkakasagot niya, they are really friendly. Yung talagang feel mo yung hospitality ng Pilipino. Sari-Sari Restaurant. At mamaya, bukod dun sa situation sa Texas, Tito Aldous, we will ask them as well kung ano yung business nila doon, di ba? Para naman, mag-travel tayo virtually sa Texas. Ayun.
Nakauna sila ata.
Naghihintay lang sila sa ating room and then i-admit na natin sila. Okay? Ayan po. Mamaya pag-uusapan din natin after our interview with Adrian and Camille, we will be showing our interview with Councilor Marcus Chambers, and this is all about the draft legislation ng federal government about the handgun ban na ano na po ngayon, binibigay na o binabalak na ibigay na sa mga municipal levels. We will discuss this later on after ng ating interview with our kababayan from Texas, USA, na si Adrian and Camille de los Reyes. Adrian and Camille, nandiyan na po ba kayo, ma'am and sir?
Yes, we are.
Oh, ayun, teka. Ayun.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
Hello. Ay, batang-bata pala to si parang artista.
Parang artista, no?
Oo. Alam niyo, before we start chatting about the situation there in Texas, by the way, ako si Kuya Noel, nasa kabilang gwapo, si Tito Aldous yan.
Ayun. Hello po.
Nice to meet you guys.
It's you.
Yeah, nice to meet you virtually. Yeah. I actually called your store, your restaurant, and super friendly yung nyo, yung kung sino man siya. Shout out to the person who answered my phone call. Talaga namang para akong tumawag sa isang talagang Pilipinas, di ba? Dahil dun sa spirit ng talagang napaka-hospitable. Anyway, the reason why we invited you to guest sa ating programa ngayon ay nag-aalala kami kasi kami mga Manitobans, kami mga Canadians, mga Filipino-Canadians na nasa prairie, ang mga -40, -35, -50, sisiw lang yan sa amin dahil our communities are built sa ganitong mga klaseng weather. That's why, kaya nangyari, nung mabalitaan namin yung polar vortex dyan sa South, nag-alala kami, hindi lamang sa buong community ng Texas, kundi lalo na sa mga Pilipino. Can you tell us what happened, kailan nagsimula, ano yung personal experiences nyo, at kung ano yung gusto nyo i-share sa amin? Go ahead, Adrian and Camille, kung sino man sa inyo ang gustong umuna ng magkwento. Kwentuhan lang to, sir and ma'am.
Yeah, no problem. I guess I'll start. Hi, I'm Adrian. Hi, guys. Thanks for having us. We were affected in a lot of different ways, personally and for the business. for Sari-Sari, because of the weather, because of the ice on the roads. The cars here were not prepared with things like snow tires. We our pipes too. We had, I think, the plumbing section at Home Depot and Lowe's was the busiest section over the last few days. Lots of people had incidences where their pipes were bursting. Lots of damage to interior structures. Fortunately for us, it was just some exterior pipes. So we didn't get too much damage on the interior, but we did have to close the business. We did have to close the business for several days, which is never fun. And we know that folks out there who are, we'll go into it some more, but some folks were losing power. Some folks needed some hot food. No AC. There's certain parts of the city that didn't have water. So there was a lot of folks struggling, and we really, as a grocery store, we wanted to be there for the community, and it was just very difficult for us, for our employees to get to work safely. For one, two, the trucks that normally supply us that are coming from other cities in San Antonio, like Houston and Dallas, were delayed as well. So our supply wasn't coming in. The concern over the safety of our staff, the safety of our customers, we didn't think it was a good idea to open. So that's from my perspective for the restaurant, but for us at home, we did lose power for a good the longest was almost 24 hours. I know you guys are so used to such cold temperatures, but for us, it was like 10 degrees, 15 in that range. And we're Texans, we're used to the heat. That's we have warm winters too. We barely have cold winters. It doesn't last very long, maybe a month and a half, 2 months tops. The city was doing something called rolling blackouts, where there was time frames where we would have power. So it was just very random, though. We were trying to calculate it so that way we can time when we can cook, when we can prepare something, so that way we can, we're good for the next 6 hours or so without power. But we would get 6 hours with power, 6 hours without, and then it became like 4 hours without, and then they gave it to us for like 30 minutes, and then we would lose it for 18 hours. So we just weren't sure how to properly prepare. So a lot of folks had to, get creative. We were using our grill outside, hooked up to a propane tank, so that way we could at least heat some water, make some eggs for the kids. We have 3 kids, 7, 5, and 3 years old here with us. So, just like everybody else, we were just trying to figure it all out. But the city's thawing out. We're getting some warmer temperatures. Everybody's on the road. The highways are opening up again. So, things seem to be getting a little bit more normal. As of today, just today, it's very recent that we're feeling a little bit of normalcy, happening here.
What's the current weather now there? What's the temperature look like there? Camille?
5.
Oh, 5.
55.
Oh, 55. Okay. By the way, you're using Fahrenheit, right?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we're using Celsius here. So, So medyo malamig pa rin.
Yes, but this is usually how our winters are. They're pretty mild.
Yeah, okay.
Between the 30s and 60s.
Okay.
This is comfortable for us.
Now, I know that, here in Winnipeg or here in Canada, I'm pretty sure that also in the States, Filipino communities are close-knit. Like, for example, especially when a disaster happens, instantly, we will get together to do something to help our fellow kababayans. What's the population of the Filipinos there, and what has been happening there in terms of helping each other?
Oh, it's been really miraculous, actually. I think Texas as a whole, Texas as a state, has been really supportive for their fellow community, for their fellow neighbor. Just on Facebook, it was really the only thing we could do was use our cellular data when the power was out to, find out what was going on. So, as far as people on Facebook, everybody was reaching out, just offering up whether or not they had water or heat, reaching out to their neighbor, just offering whatever goods they had, eggs, milk, bread. And I'm not sure exactly how big our Filipino community is now, but
Mhm.
it's really grown. Every day we meet new people in the store, in the restaurant. But we do have some Filipino organizations, at least on Facebook, also some groups where people
Mhm.
were reaching out, offering, food. Um, Other people even felt comfortable enough to ask for help. So when that happened, there were a lot of volunteers. You would see a lot of correspondence, people reaching out, trying to get other people fed, trying to feed other people that they knew that were stuck. It was just really wonderful to see everybody coming together in the
Mhm.
Filipino community and really throughout Texas. It's been really great as a state to see everybody coming together.
Yeah. As young business owners, I visited your website and it's awesome.
Thank you.
After this pandemic, Aldous and I will, gonna go south and visit your
Hey.
restaurant.
Please do.
And I'm so amazed with the way you with your business. Actually, you have that truck, right? And you have that Sari-Sari market. Tell us about your business while we're chatting here. And
Sure.
it's good for a promotion for
Oh,
Winnipeggers here, for
sure.
Manitobans. After the pandemic, you know what? Gigil na gigil na. You know what I mean by gigil na gigil? We are so excited to end this pandemic because Canadians want to go out and drive to the States and to visit you guys. So it's your chance to promote your restaurant to our kababayans here in Canada. Go ahead, Camille and Adrian.
Sure, please. Thank you so much for this platform. We welcome all of you Canadians to come visit us. Down here in Texas, y'all. That's what we say here. But yes, we started this business. It was started by my parents more than 20 years ago,
Wow.
1995. They opened the market, started in our garage. Then they started a market that had fish, fresh produce. It was really hard to get Asian products in San Antonio at that time. There weren't any Filipino stores, and our food is very particular, especially to our different regions. It's hard to find certain items to make those nostalgic foods. But I grew up around my dad's cooking at family parties. He was always cooking for everyone, so everyone else encouraged him to open a restaurant. That's what some of our customers were saying. They did that about 3 years later, 1998 or so. We've been open ever since. The customers in the community, the San Antonio area, have really supported us this whole time. And when we took it over in 2016, um, it really just became our mission to promote Filipino food to the community, to show San Antonio what Filipino food was about. Because
Yeah.
my parents just, relied on the Filipinos and word of mouth. They didn't do any marketing. And we knew that there was something special here growing up here. And always having to explain yourself as a Filipino. What is a Filipino? Who are you? Where are you from?
Yeah.
Um, it's really important for us for me to be able to promote my dad's cooking, to show what our Filipino food is about and our culture. I'm glad that you said that about whoever it was that answered the phone, because it is something that we want to share, our Filipino friendliness, our hospitable
Yep.
hospitality. Um, and it's a wonderful platform to be able to do that during these disasters and during the pandemic. It's given us a great opportunity to really feel like we're serving the community by being able to offer products for them and bring them rice and offer home cooked meals. To us, they're still home cooked. Even though our restaurant's growing, definitely we're feeding more people. It's very heartwarming, and I'm glad to see the community growing.
What's your specialty? If sorry, Adrian, if Aldous and I will drive there, what's the best to order?
The crispy pata, hands down. It's 5 pounds. Everybody tells us it's the best they've ever had. It's great. It's a lot of meat, not too many knuckles, just a lot of meat, crispy skin.
How about the because I saw in the website the big halo?
Yes.
What the heck is that? How many ounces is that?
Texas, it's the thing about Texas, you everything is bigger in Texas. Is
That's
what
the
they say.
saying.
So you guys of course have had a halo, traditional halo, right? Your nata de coco, your shaved ice, your kaong, your ube if you use ube or ube ice cream, leche flan, whatever. But we were thinking, since everything is bigger in Texas, what's a way to bring attention to one of our favorite desserts, one of our most popular desserts, one of the most popular desserts coming from the Philippines. So we decided to do 140 ounce.
140 ounce.
140 ounce.
My God, man.
You're talking like 6 scoops of ube ice cream, like whole can of condensed milk, whole can of evaporated milk. It's just like full jars of nata de coco. It's a lot of food, and we even made it a challenge to see if anybody could finish it. Of course not, But yeah, that was a really neat experience, and that's what I wanted to also add. Filipino food here in San Antonio is something that is not mainstream yet.
Yeah.
The Filipino community, you asked how big is the population here? We're not too sure, but it's really, really small, but it's growing. There's an influx of folks moving here from California specifically, it seems like. A lot of folks from the West Coast have been moving to San Antonio. It might be the cost of living. I'm not too sure. But Filipino food specifically, our mission has been to share our food, share our culture with the city of San Antonio. It's predominantly a Hispanic community.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll see lots of taco shops, lots of Mexican food, every corner. So we're trying to get creative. We try to do things like Filipino adobo tacos, for example, or
that's awesome.
Things like that. Like just a way to fuse with Mexican, the Hispanic food with some Filipino flavors. And we're trying to bring other folks into the restaurant to try Filipino food. And like you said, I'm so glad. I wish you remembered her name, the person you answered the phone, so I could just give her a big hug tomorrow. But that's one of the things that we really strive for. I think when we say sharing Filipino culture, it's how sweet we are. Every Filipino party I go to, they just want to feed you and love you and like make sure you're having a good time. And that's what we try to do with our customers, and that's what we try to strive for, and we try to have our staff follow along, and hopefully we're working for consistency, and I'm glad you got to experience that today. But yeah, we're just trying to get Filipino.
Just on the phone call, I experienced that. I felt that. Oh, Pinoy, very hospitable. Well, Adrian and Camille, maraming salamat. Thank you very much to you guys, and I hope Aldous and I, we'll get together in person after this crazy pandemic. We'll go south, and you are also welcome here in Manitoba, in Winnipeg, Manitoba. We have lots of Filipinos here. At least we have 80,000 strong Filipinos here.
We need to visit. I have a cousin there. Shout out.
Yeah, shout out. What's your cousin's name? Francesca from Winnipeg.
From Winnipeg. Well,
yeah.
And Houston.
Okay. And also, we were supposed to be having another Filipino from Texas. Her name is, maybe you know her, I don't know, June Ella. She's a registered nurse at Houston Methodist Hospital. However, she just had her vaccination. So sabi niya yung joints niya masasakit. So she apologized for not being able to attend. But for sure, we will be touching base again, Camille and Adrian, to check out your situation there. And if you have any promotion for the Canadians like us, just give us a shout and you are free to promote your business here. All the best to you guys and thank you very much
Thank you
sa
so
inyong
much.
pag-guest dito.
Thank you.
God bless you.
God bless you. Thank
All right. See you. Bye-bye. So yun po mga kaibigan natin from States. No? Ito naman mga batang-bata, Tito Aldous.
Kaya nga, nakaka-inspire yung kanilang kwento.
Nagutom
No?
ako.
Ako rin sa crispy pata.
Si Pata. Kaya kayo, pupunta kayo ng States. Meron na tayong mga kaibigan doon. Camille and Adrian de los Reyes. Sila po ang may-ari ng Sari-Sari restaurant. Meron silang supermarket. Meron silang restaurant. At meron silang mobile cart. Magala sa... isa yun sa mga itinerary. Pagkatapos ng pandemic, gala na. Punta ng Texas.
Texas agad-agad.
Oo, agad-agad. Puntahan nyo si Camille at si Adrian, mga kababayan.
Sari-Sari restaurant. Try ang crispy pata at halo-halo.
Tsaka si June Ella, yung kaibigan natin na dapat kasama natin sa interview ngayon. Siya ay isang registered nurse sa Houston Methodist Hospital. At ang katetext niya lang sa akin, sorry kuya, nagpa-vaccine siya. At hindi siya, I don't really feel good right now. At masakit daw yung mga joints niya. Siya ay nagtatrabaho sa Houston Methodist Sugarland Hospital. Si June Ella. Pagaling ka, June. At next time, i-guess ka namin at malaman ang situation dyan sa Texas. So, kung meron kayong mga kababayan sa mag-anak sa Texas, tawag-tawagan nyo naman sila, kumustahin dahil hindi sila sanay sa snow. Pero ngayon, medyo nag-normalize na, hopefully ay maayos na ang weather doon. Let's pray for them. Okay?